What's going on? It's Sheeb the Wise. Welcome back to Vader's Lair. The Book of Boba is here! Let's go! Dude, I am so excited for tonight. Best believe that Robert Rodriguez, Jon Favreau, and Dave Filoni have quite the treat in store for us tonight. Let's get into the lair. Let's talk about it a little bit before we get into this episode. But here we go, baby. Book of Boba Fett, episode 1, watch party, reaction, review. Let's get it, baby. Let's go. Welcome in, guys. So here we go. Book of Boba episode 1 is, less than a half an hour away. We started a little early tonight to kind of speculate a little bit and touch on some of what we touched on yesterday when we streamed, or the other day. I can't remember anymore. I lost track of time waiting for the Book of Boba Fett. It's felt like it's been years, 84 years, since we had some sort of live action Star Wars content, but here it is, baby. The Book of Boba Fett, long awaited. For those of you guys that don't know, us diehard Star Wars fans, when Disney bought Star Wars bought Lucasfilm in 2012, all the way back then, a whole bunch of us wanted a Kenobi movie or a Boba Fett show or movie. We wanted some sort of content within those two characters. And now, fast forward almost a decade later, here we go. The Book of Boba Fett is here. It is so crazy to think that, and some people have been waiting even longer. Some people since The Empire Strikes Back, even before The Empire Strikes Back, when they first saw the first couple of shots and action figures and people dressed up in the Boba Fett outfit. This is the longest awaited show ever for some people. Some people have been waiting years for Boba Fett to get his due, and in The Mandalorian Season 2, he finally did. And speaking of The Mandalorian Season 2, I want to touch on a quick theory for tonight's episode. I want to say, seeing as though the book of Boba is supposed to be kind of like a season 2.5 of the Mandalorian, basically. It's obviously its own title, and it's still separate, but it is within that Mando universe, or the Filoni-verse, if you will. And I think, honestly, it's going to have a huge reveal in the first episode, just like season 1 of Mando did, and just like season 2 of Mando did as well. Season 1, if you remember, we had Grogu, and that was a huge reveal. None of us really expected that at all. It was definitely kept under wraps, and nobody even knew Grogu was going to be a thing until that first episode dropped. Then season 2, we hadn't heard a peep about Boba. Obviously, there were people that were hopeful that could happen, as The Mandalorian is a show about a character based on Boba Fett, really, when you break it down. So, here we go. Boba Fett is here, and season 2.5, I think that first episode is going to have a huge reveal. And honestly, based on some of the things I've heard, some of the rumors out there, I don't want to spoil anything if there is potential spoilers, but I think, based on my own personal opinion, Cad Bane could be this big reveal in tonight's episode. Let me know what you guys think down in the chat, and let's get into the chat and see what you guys are saying. I hope you guys are having a good night. The Book of Boba is here! How hyped are you on a scale of 1 to 10? I think about a couple weeks ago, I was on a 7 or 8, and tonight I'm on a freaking 11. I am so excited for this episode, and I'm excited to get into this dang show with you guys. It's gonna be a great time. I think it's gonna be a great time. What is we saying in the chat? How y'all doing? Star Wars 1995, what is up, my guy? Tim, I hope you're doing good. Aaron Tomato, the time has come indeed. Let us go. Star Wars 1995 says a whole year, literally, man. Shaking my head. What a relief. The wait is over. It's finally over, right? Mark Bailey, how you doing? Mark Bailey says, I have the helmet on right now, and I do think he shows up. Yes, please give me Cad Bane. Inject it straight into all of our veins. It would be a crazy ending to this first episode. Gosh, it's less than 20 freaking 4 minutes away, man. This is so exciting. Dude, trust me, bro. The greatest source ever. How you doing, my guy? He says, yo, it has begun. Indeed, my friend. Indeed. Indeed, my young apprentice. Star Wars MCU OG says, me either. Ashton, what's up, Ash Hammer? My guy. Ashton says, I'm honestly not expecting any huge cameos in this episode, not gonna lie. Good, keep it that way, because then when it comes, you're gonna be even more excited, my guy. That's the way to do it, man. Don't go into this hoping for a lot. So I'll try not to get into too many of the rumors for you guys that have come into this kind of blind or kind of stayed away from too many spoilers, but I do think this can be really big. There isn't many spoilers out there to be known as it is, so I think we're all going to be surprised with whatever comes, and I do believe Robert Rodriguez, the show's, executive producer, along with Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, I think he's gonna deliver on that promise that this show is going to be all killer and no filler. Straight from the get-go, from what we've heard, the trailers are no more than about 15, maybe 30 minutes at the most of footage. I doubt that even. I've heard it's kind of the first 15 minutes of the episode. Speaking of minutes of the episode, we have no idea how long this episode is going to be, and I'm really, really, really hopeful it's 60, but I'm not going to keep my hopes up too high. Because at the end of the day, The Mandalorian was oftentimes like a 25, 30-minute episode, maybe 40 minutes at the best. So I'm hoping for 40 to 45. If it's 60, oh Lord, let it be 60. A whole hour would be fantastic with only 7 episodes. But I think it'll be probably 40 to 45. And that means that there's a whole 35 minutes out of that 15 minutes we don't see, or really like 30 because of credits and whatever. Let's say 25 extra minutes, 30 extra minutes of footage we haven't seen and we don't know what's going to happen. I think a lot is going to pop off in this first episode. I cannot wait for it. I do think from the trailers we haven't seen more than an episode, maybe snippets of a second or third episode in there. And even though I do think this show will be very Tatooine centric, I think at some point Boba's going to leave. It's going to be a good time, man. It's going to be a good time. Hey, I am doing great, Tim. I am so excited for tonight. What's up? What's up? Chilling, ready to see this juice. You telling me, dude. Trust me. Hey. Star Wars 1995 says Cad Bane will be dope. I'm counting 6 action scenes, including the flashback scene, which is an action scene also. All in the first half of the episode. That would be wild. So I do think, honestly, everyone's talking about the Sarlacc pit thing, and it's probably going to start with the Sarlacc pit or this or that. It could definitely start with the Sarlacc pit, and I do definitely think we are getting that flashback kind of thing where we're going to see what happens. However, I honestly think the way that they're gonna go about it, or at least Robert Rodriguez is probably going to, is he's probably gonna have Boba kind of tell a story of how he got out of the Sarlacc and kind of what happened after that. Maybe we'll just see it in the beginning, and that would be freaking dope if we do. But I think he'll probably honestly just tell someone, kind of like Cobb Vanth did in season 2 of The Mandalorian, how he kind of told Din about how he got the armor. I think it's going to be kind of like that, where we're going to see Boba kind of either telling Fennec how he got out and how he survived, or he's going to, I don't know, man, because I want to see a lot of things in this. I want to see how he saved Fennec and kind of some interaction before then. I hope we do get a lot of flashbacks, and I think we actually will get a decent amount throughout this series. But I honestly have no idea what to expect. Like, I didn't expect this show to be the crime-centric, underworld show that it's going to be. And I'm all for it, man. I'm still all for it. It's so exciting. I heard 28-minute runtime, says Star Wars MCU OG. Oh, man, I hope a little longer than that. That's okay if it is, but 30 minutes is honestly not that bad. I won't complain. I'm going to pull up Disney Plus just in case, but I got my coffee right here. And I think we straight chilling until we start. How we doing, guys? Ah, Tim, you're the GOAT, man. real quick, if you guys would, make sure to smash the like button. It helps the channel out tremendously. I would greatly appreciate it if you did. If you don't, that's all right. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Definitely subscribe if you want to see more Star Wars content in the future. We do a lot of watch parties like this on the channel here. We do a lot of other live news updates and breakdowns of things. So if you want to see more Star Wars content just like this, make sure to subscribe if you're new, and thank you for doing that, and thank you for being here if you are. Much love. And also, go check out Vader's Lair Discord, which is now pinned into the chat. If I can pin it, if it lets me. Pinned. Go check out Vader's Lair Discord. It is a Discord of Star Wars fans just like you. Yeah, that's right. Just like you. So if you want to check it out, if you want to talk to Star Wars fans like yourself, have a good time, speculate, theorize, talk about the awesome episodes we just watched, make sure to join the Discord, because that's where it's going to be happening. And you'll get updates of when we are going live and when we are posting new videos. So make sure to do that. Check out the Discord. Last thing I want to say, just because we're in the plug stage right here, make sure to check out the Vader's Lair merch store. We just kind of put it up. A couple people have already gotten some. I just got a hoodie. I'm wearing my Boba Fett hoodie tonight because I gotta rep Boba tonight, right? But we did just get that, and the merch is pretty dope, man. The sweaters are really soft. I heard the material on the long sleeves is really great. Pretty satisfied customers already. So if you guys want to check out the Vader's Lair merch, it is in the description below, and thank you for doing so if you do. Much love. Let's get into the Boba. Let's go. All right, what are we saying in the chat? Let's talk about the Boba Fett. Star Wars 1995 says, we know there is a flashback at the Tashi station and when he recovers Slave 1. Yeah, that is definitely possible. I don't know if he's going to be recovering. I guess that would be him recovering Slave 1. I haven't really thought about that yet because I've been thinking about all the implications of the show and trying to keep up with the news. But that's pretty interesting thought there. And I definitely think you're right. We're probably going to see that. And I cannot wait to see when he does go to Tashi Station, because it's going to be dope, man. It's going to be probably right after that Sarlacc thing. I think that white kind of stuff he's wearing is the undergarment of his old, like when he had the suit in Empire, which of course Dave Filoni is going to pay attention to those little details. It seems really freaking dope. Hey, Lord Vito, my guy. Long time no see. How you been, Lord Vito? Hope you're good, my dude. Hey. What is we talking about? Yeah, get that merch. Get that merch. All right. What else can we talk about? The girl that we see in the trailers, we have no clue really who she's going to be. A lot of people have been speculating. We think it could be the Legend's daughter of Boba Fett, but who really knows? Who really knows? I honestly don't even think that's who it is, but it could be. It could be. Other things, Boba Fett is talking with the Transdoshans in the first trailer. That's really cool. I can't wait for that scene. Dude, it's just going to be lit. Like, Boba and Fennec Shan are just going to be kicking butt. And the bounty hunters and everything. Oh, you guys have no idea. This is going to be so good. It's going to be so good. Oh, how much time? 15 minutes? Here we go, man. Here we go. This is the best time as Star Wars fans. Any last speculations? You guys want to bet? So let me know in the chat, and we'll put it in a poll here. Do you think Cad Bane will be in this episode? Question mark. Yes or no? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the poll. Or if you don't think it's Cad Bane, do you think there will be some other kind of big cameo in the first episode? And let me know in the chat who you think it'll be. Mark Bailey says, I can't wait to get this Boba tattoo next week too. Yo, that is dope. I've been wanting a Vader tattoo, like kind of like a half sleeve on my arm for some time now. We'll see if it ever happens, but if it does, best believe I'm gonna show you guys, and it's gonna be dope. So hey, if you get that Boba tattoo next week, bro, hell yeah. Good timing too, right as the Book of Boba's dropping. That's gonna be lit, man. I definitely you're gonna have to join the Discord and make sure to send me that, because I want to see it. I want to see it. Star Wars 1995 says, pray the fans understand that Fennec and Boba's relationship is strictly professional. Is it though? Just kidding. Star Wars 1995 says he may be in the series, but I'm not sure. The first episode, maybe. Okay, for sure. Ash Hammer says, I don't know about Cad Bane in this episode, but later in the show is more probable. For sure, but don't you think it could be just like a little, like, you know, tease at the end? Like, you know, maybe it's like some other crime lord or like a hut, and they're like trying to hire bounty hunters, and then they talk to one at the end, and it's Cad Bane like, you need me to take down Boba Fett. You know what I'm saying? Like, how dope would that be? And then it's just like cut to scene. And it doesn't even have to show him. Maybe just like the hat and like his blue like hands. You know what I'm saying? Like, how sick would that be? Hey, yeah, check out Sheev on TikTok. Check me out. I'm TikTok famous. No, I literally have like 10 views. So yeah, don't even have to check out the TikTok. I'll tell you that. Aaron Tomato says, I think they'll bide their time a little with Cad Bane, but who knows? No, you're probably right, but think back to The Mandalorian Season 2 when they gave us the first look of Boba, and then we didn't see him until, what, episode 7 of that season? Or, like, episode 6? Like, that's the kind of thing I'm thinking. Like, we could see Cad Bane, but then, like, we don't actually get him until, like, episode 6 or 5 or something. You know what I'm saying? Mark Bailey says, yeah, I just joined Discord. It is going to say I'm a simple man making his way going through the galaxy, like my father before me, an arborish with his... Oh my god, dude, that's sick. Mark Bailey, that is the coolest tattoo I've ever heard in my life. Dude, you definitely got to show me that. That's freaking dope. Star Wars 1995 says Cad Bane in live action would be so dope. His voice, yo, yeah, so kind of the rumor that I've been hearing is that, and potential spoilers, I guess, but kind of the rumor that I've been hearing is that Brendan Wayne, the guy that plays the Mandalorian under the suit for the stunts and whatnot, you know, not Pedro Pascal, but the dude that does his stunt work, or at least half of it, he's going to be the embodiment of Cad Bane, and then the voice is going to be the same voice as from the Clone Wars and from Bad Batch. So that would be so freaking perfect. I really wanted to see Clint Eastwood a while ago, but like someone pointed out the other night that Clint Eastwood's like 91, and I was just like, yeah, never mind. I'm sorry, Clint. That would be so sick though. Imagine just like a Clint Eastwood like in his prime, or like even in his 70s, just Cad Bane. Like, oh, that would be amazing. Amazing. Mark Bailey says, what do you think the Tales of the Jedi is? Excellent question. So kind of, I haven't really talked about this on stream yet, and I haven't really dug into it much either myself. I gotta get on that because it looks really interesting, and from what I'm kind of putting together myself, kind of through the trades and stuff that I've looked at, it could be an animated series, and I think that could be interesting, man. I love Lucasfilm Animation. I know they kind of did some hiring recently of some people, so I think that's what this could be. Maybe that's for a different project though. We'll see. I'm totally for it no matter what, but I think it is an animated show. Ashhammer said the last episode is called The Hunter, right? I bet he shows up as a cliffhanger in 6, and then in 7 it's about him. Definitely could happen, and I don't, because the Hunter is not really Boba Fett, as he's saying. He's the crime lord now, but I don't know, man. Like, you could be right, and that is from, like, supposed, like, I guess we'll see if Giant Freaking Robot, that's so fun to say. I guess we'll see if Giant Freaking Robot got those episodes right, but I think they had 8, and then they also had claimed 7 at one point. Excuse me, Christ. It's out. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm gonna reload my Disney Plus. It came out 10 minutes early. Let's go. Oh my gosh. Where is it? Do you have to search it? All right, let's search it. Search it. Book. Oh my god, it's here. Let's go. All right, chapter 1. Boba Fett holds court. 39 minutes. Let's go. It's like 40. That's perfect. That's just what I thought. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. 39 minutes mine says. You said 38, Mark Bailey, but oh man. All right. We're going to wait a little bit. I'm going to turn my music down. Love you, Tim. Thank you for the beat. All right. Let's turn the music down. I'm not going to do the timer tonight. Normally, that's kind of how we do watch parties here. We kind of do a timer so you guys can sync it up with us. But I'm going to do my best to kind of say go and like give you like a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 kind of countdown. And then, we'll start it together. We'll go at 11:55. So another 3 minutes. We'll make sure everybody has it up first. So let me know in the chat if you got it up. Let's go though, dude. I'm so excited. Here we go. Here we go, man. I've been waiting forever for this. So long. It's been so long that I've waited. Let's go. My bad. I'm just plugging in so I can hear it. Dude, I am ready. I'm ready. Make sure that is plugged in. I'm going to pull it up. You guys can pull it up and pause it at 0 seconds. 0 seconds. All right. And then I'm going to make sure the stream is still running. And I have the chat up. We're good. All right. 2 minutes. Make sure you let me know in the chat if you don't have it up. I think we all do, though. Hey, greetings and salutations to you, Dawn. How's it going, Dina? Good to see you here. Much love to you. Hey, make sure to smash that like button. Pull up the Book of Boba. Pause it at 0 seconds. We're going to go in 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes. I am so hyped. All right, let me know what your hype level is on a scale of 1 to 10. Let me know in the chat. Aaron Tomato says, you're testing my self-control, Chief. Hey, if you guys want to start, that's on you, man. I mean, like, go for it. But make sure to come back here and, still try to watch along. 10. We're just counting down from 10 now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Book of Boba time! Let's go! I played it, by the way. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is so exciting. Star Wars. First of all, this music is fantastic already. We're starting with the Sarlacc. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, he's... Okay. Okay. The throne. Oh, man. This is too good. Back to tank. Yo, I am so hyped. Yeah, try to keep the spoilers out of the chat. Thunder... Camino? Yo, Daniel Logan. Damn. Dang, Sarlacc flashbacks. Here we go. Damn. Yeah, dude, it's up already. We're watching, Vito. I'm sorry. Dude, Ludwig Göransson. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they're definitely going for it. Damn, that's pretty freaking badass. Wow. This is so good. Yeah. Robert Rodriguez knows what fans want. I'm so sorry, Dawn. Yeah, it's him. Oh, the Jawas just took it off him? Straight off his back. That's whack. Those freaking Jawas. Houdini! Oh, you done messed up. Ooh. Damn. Yeah, it's alright. We're at like 412 right now. Dang. So the Tuscans come save him then? That's what I'm guessing. Yeah, those damn Jawas. Friggin' Jawas. His undergarment of the suit is pretty funny looking. Jumpsuit. Hey, no, it's not 420 here, Vito. Gosh. Oh, I get what you did there. I wasn't there yet. Oh. He looks real scarred up. Oh. Don, can you search it up? Try searching it up, Don. Yeah, it is like a big diaper. Dang. The Tuscans just like chained him up. Boba's just going through it. What a string of bad luck. This is like my luck, Boba. Come on. This is incredible so far, man. Ow. Damn. This is so wild. I need those boots. Yeah, dude. The Book of Boba Fett. Ludwig, man. So hyped. Twin sons. He's messed up. Did I even think about the deep dive on the Tuscans we're going to see in this? Look at that. They're beating them. What the heck? Don, I hope it works. Oof. This is all a spy stream in the back to tank. Yeah, these are all flashbacks. He's a lot more healthy now than this. He looks awful right now. He does look sick, though. He does look sick. Mm. Joking. Damn. Ooh. This show is so dark already. He's killing dogs? Oh. Sleep well, doggy. Ugh. He's trying to help him. Damn. He's just trying to help him. But I'm telling y'all, I don't think Boba's a bad guy. He's an anti-hero, but he's a good dude. This is so cool. Yeah, the effects are incredible. For sure. Vito, you good? I'm so sorry, Don. That's messed up. And this 12:04. I'm sorry, Don. Yo, is this like Dune where he's gonna like battle him and then take his place? Ooh. Not so tough without that armor. Just kidding. A facts, Vito. I definitely pay for those effects. He freaking loves this role. I don't know what Robert Rodriguez is talking about. We haven't seen an ounce of the trailer footage in the first 11 minutes. 12 minutes now. Well, okay, that's a lie. We've seen a tiny bit. Spice Dream. He lost. Can't believe it. Just kidding. Here we go. A Ming-Na. She's hot. Ming-Na does not age. She's royalty. Star Wars royalty too. He looks great. The back is doing wonders for him. I wish Bacta was real, man. Ooh. So he's been in control for a little while here. Ever since he killed Bib Fortuna at the end. Boba suiting up. That's so dope. It's like Iron Man. Jon Favreau's done it again. I wonder who directed this one. More of the trailer footage. Still the first 15 minutes. Hey. Okay. Paying their respects. Hmm. Daimyo. Dox Derasi. That's so cool. Transoceans are wild, man. Oh, here's the mayor. Oh. Oh, okay. The mayor is the Athorian. Oh, man. Mm, you're asking for it, dude. Oh, man. This is so cool. Lord Fett. I love it. Oh, and so it begins. Keep an eye on that one. Daimyo. You should rule with fear, but he wants to rule with respect. Huh. Interesting choice with the daimyo. Lord Fett. I love it, man. That's so good. Here we go. Hey. Is this Mos Eisley? Looks festive. Garsa Whip. Business must be good. This is where we're gonna see the Twi'leks. Madame Garza is probably the Twi'lek. That's why the others got fat. That's pretty funny. Yeah, Ming-Na is a freaking great actress. Interesting. So these are the Twi'lek healing baths, I take it, or something? Oh. So this is how we see the coins fall out. Probably after this scene. Hmm. And tend to respect the Twi'lek healing baths. Ooh. They totally threw us off with the audio. The helmet falls. These are the mayor's people, I take it? Respect. Here's that respect he was just talking about. Hey, the Gamorreans to the rescue. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. That's sick. Oh, now they're gonna run across the rooftops. Oh, boom. Damn. Damn. It does give me Red Dead Redemption vibes. Fennec looks sick. Damn, these dudes are slick fighters. She's good. She's better. Nah, she took down Cad Bane. That was sick. I don't think Boba's like 100% healed yet. You can tell from some of the scars and whatnot too. Maybe he's addicted to the healing baths. The back to tank. Now we're gonna get the Tashi Station scene probably. Yo. Yo. Wait. Wait. What's up, Tildy Maddie? What if this little kid is Darth Crate? Or what if the leader is Darth Crate? Just putting it out there. If you guys know who Darth Crate is. Son of a... I thought that was... Thought the one he lost to might be the girl from the trailer, huh? I don't know. What y'all talking about? Nah, I don't know if... I feel like they would totally do Darth Crate, though. But I don't know. See, that stuff pisses Boba off. He doesn't like messing with like innocent people. He probably will be. I wonder if the girl will even show up this episode. We're already a decent chunk into it. Another like 11 minutes, and that's with credits. Tuscan child groans. Massive growling. I would love if this is freaking Darth Grey, man. That dude keeps finding him. The Rhodian. You think that the girl is the... Oh, look, you found one. Since when is there water just chilling in the sands of Tatooine? Youngling. That's funny. The freaking Rhodian is dumb. Whoa. What did he find? Oh. What is that? Crate dragon? Oh, nope. What is that? Uh, I don't. That's not a Rancor. I have no idea what this is. Oh. Damn. Oh my god. It does look like it's from Mortal Kombat. Boba's gonna kill it. Well, it looks like he's on the back of a Rancor. This dude is intense. Talk about all killer. That that's yeah, he's definitely down bad. Oh, oh, oh. They took the head. Whoops. Sorry, guys. He's kind of being welcomed in, it seems. Huh. Damn. All right. First of all, Ludwig. Fire. Created by Jon Favreau. That was a solid first episode. Um, Obviously none of the cool hype things. Like, definitely a good time. This was freaking good. What is you doing, Ludwig? I don't know if you guys are watching the credits, but this is good stuff. um, yeah, man. In terms of initial reaction, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Um, there were elements of this that were freaking amazing. Seeing Boba finally come out of the Sarlacc, it seemed like that was really the main focus of this episode. We get to see him in the back to tanks. That's kind of where he's having these dreams and the flashbacks. I didn't expect it to be so flashback heavy, especially in this first episode. Obviously, we could have, predicted that with the fact that, getting out of the Sarlacc and everything. This is really interesting stuff. I'm enjoying seeing how he's being integrated into the Tuscan society. And what the heck was that monster, man? That was sick. That was sick. I loved the visuals in this. It was gorgeous. First of all, like, really well shot. In terms of all killer, no filler. I don't know if this didn't feel like filler, obviously, at all. It told a lot of Boba's story. It gave us a lot of stuff. It was good. And so, like, obviously, if you had super high expectations for the first episode, this probably didn't hit like that. But it was freaking fantastic for what it was supposed to do. Incredible work, incredible, like, all the little details were spot on, and it was beautiful to see. It was beautiful performance by Tamura so far. I can't wait to see the other 6 episodes and what he can really bring to this character. And then Fennec was fantastic as well. I love seeing that. It really seems like the mayor is kind of the main protagonist thus far of the story, at least on Tatooine. And I'll be interested to see, like, kind of who comes in walking through that Boba Fett door, because you never really know who it's going to be. But next week I expect we'll probably see the Ithorian guy. We're going to get more of that. There was definitely a bit more than that first 15 minutes in this, right? For those of you guys that finished now, it definitely felt like most of that was most of the footage we got, but then a lot of the footage we haven't seen yet still. And I do think it'll be throughout those first 2 or 3 episodes that we're really going to get that. And I think episodes 4, 5, 6, and 7 are really going to, ramp up from there and be a lot more of the stuff we haven't seen. We haven't seen Slave 1 yet. We haven't seen a lot of stuff. The Thorian guy, the girl. So there's still a lot to go through here. I'm interested to see what's going on with the Tuskens. I'm sure we're going to see more of that in the next episode. Interested to see what's going on with Boba and the Bacta. It really seems like he's either addicted to being in the Bacta tanks, or he still needs to go in there frequently, and maybe he got a little damaged in that little scuffle that he had. So dope to see. What did you guys think, though? Let me know in the comments. 1 out of 10. What did you think? Give me a rating. Let me know what you think. I'm going to get into the chat. Let me fix this real quick, too. That was a fun time, though, man. How did you guys like that first episode of the Book of Boba? Again, a 7 out of 10 for me. For those of you guys that are just coming in, it was a good time, man. I know it'll be interesting to see kind of how this show performs with it airing on Wednesdays, too. I think that was kind of not the move. I think they probably should have stuck with the Friday release schedule like they did for Bad Batch and everything. Like, I know they moved everything to Disney Plus, but like even for me, like I got work in the morning. I know probably most of you guys have work in the morning too, so kind of not the move to put it on Wednesdays. And this episode was really, really good, and it sets up a lot for the rest of the series. And hopefully the rest of the series is a lot more, boom, boom, boom. And like, I think it will be like each episode is probably going to build on the last and get more and more hyped. My hype level was at a 10 going into this, and I'm still at like a 9. And I cannot wait for the next week's episode. There's going to be a lot to break down in this episode. I love the little reference to the youngling talking to the, younger Tusken. I do think there's something going on there with the Tuskens, and, maybe it's just him like becoming one of them, and that's kind of why he has the black robes like they do. It would make a lot of sense, and I could totally see him, not wearing the kind of Tusken mask, but, having his head out because he's being integrated, but he wasn't actually one of them kind of thing, So really cool with all of that. I can't wait to see more of the Tusken Society. I can't wait to see, what leads to Tashi Station probably not too long from now also. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. The series is going to be a lot of fun. Tim says, I think what Ashton said, but only the first 2 episodes are going to be set up, and this season is already going to be fire. Dawn says, still catching up, but very, very satisfying so far. Yeah, I think that's the main thing to catch from episode 1. This was such a satisfying look into the life of Boba Fett at this time period. Like we've always wondered, like, what kind of goes on? Like, how did he get out of the Sarlacc pit? And now we got to see it, and that was freaking amazing, man. It was definitely everything I think most people have dreamed of and more, and I'm glad they took such, like, extra detail and care kind of telling the story of how he got out. It was fantastic, man. That little portion of it was freaking perfection. So nitty-gritty, man. Like, that, that he talks about it being all killer, no filler. Like, look at all the things he killed in this episode. Like, straight up, like, Boba's a killer, man. So, like, I don't even know if he definitely actually killed somebody, too. The rocket blast, like, this show is already mind-bending. The action in it is fantastic. Leave it to Robert Rodriguez, right? So, it's going to be incredible, man. I can't wait to see what the back half of this season, brings, and how it's kind of set up within these next 2 or 3 episodes, probably. But 6 more episodes to go, 6 weeks after today. Let's get it, man. The Book of Boba is so hyped. What was we saying, though? Tim says, I'm at an 8, too. Solid. Ashton said 8.5 out of 10. I liked it a lot for a flashback episode. Sets up Boba for new people. Yeah, dude, that is definitely true, and it probably will go somewhat similar to the Legends, but obviously a lot different, too. I don't think the girl is going to be his daughter or anything, so we'll see kind of how the relationship between Boba and Fennec kind of develops and what kind of else his past kind of brings. I'm interested to see if we'll get any flashbacks that are kind of further than The Empire Strikes Back or further than episode 6. What else is we saying in the chat? Dale said that's how he escaped the Sarlacc and earned his freedom. Yeah, it was epic. Ashton says, I wasn't expecting anything huge, but honestly, the beginning of this episode with the flashbacks was pretty mind-blowing, so I'm happy. Dude, for sure. And that's, again, like, that was definitely the best part of this episode. Like, I can't believe they actually showed him inside the guts and, like, the belly. Like, we saw the the stormtrooper helmet that was all like, disintegrating and everything. Like he needed to take a breath from it. Like that was freaking epic to see. So dark, so freaking awesome. Then he has to like kind of, mess with the Tusken dogs. Like this dude had a lot of bad luck. Think about it. Like Han Solo, blind, accidentally jabs his freaking jetpack, malfunctions. He freaking flies up, goes into the Sarlacc, gets eaten. Inside the Sarlacc, he's freaking unconscious for God knows how long. Wakes up, has to freaking take a breath from a stormtrooper mask, and then like, burst out of there with his flamethrower. Gets out, is unconscious after he gets out. The Jawas come, take all his freaking armor and his freaking clothes, basically, leave him with like, a white gown. Someone called it a diaper earlier. So, I mean, like, this dude is having a string of bad luck. Then he gets captured by the Tuskens. They kind of drag him in the desert for freaking miles. Like, he's all grizzled and gnawed up from being in the Sarlacc's belly. And then all of a sudden he's getting beat when he wakes up by all the freaking Tusken kids. Like, what? Like, poor dude, man. Boba was really going through it in this episode. And when he got out of the Sarlacc, man, what a string of bad luck. That's some Sheev level bad luck right there, man. I'll tell you that. Ashhammer says maybe he was already dead when he fell in. The stormtrooper, maybe, man. He definitely could have been, but the way his mass was disintegrating, like, that was wild. And also, like, they say that you like basically disintegrate over 1,000 years. Like, you're digested over 1,000 years in the Sarlacc's belly. So that stormtrooper is going to have a good time for the next 99 forevers. Whatever. Tuskens over Jawas. Yeah, dude, the Jawas were straight up savages, man. Straight up savages. Ashton says maybe he was already dead. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw that one. Why wasn't the stormtrooper alive if the Sarlacc feeds you and keeps you alive for 1,000 years? Yeah. I mean, maybe he was just unconscious as well. Or again, like you said, maybe he died when he went in. We have to see the dinner next episode. Yeah, that is true. We're going to see the Transdoshans again. It was interesting to see that Boba had kind of said, even when Transdoshans are giving you a compliment, it sounds like a threat. Well, it probably could have been a threat, It probably could have been. And I'm sure Boba will not take that lightly. I loved how the one Twi'lek guy kind of came in. And he's like, oh, yeah, the mayor, is, you got to pay the mayor. And Fennec's like, what the heck are you saying to me right now? And then Boba's like, but I'm the crime lord now. What? That was a really funny scene, and I enjoyed that one a lot. Anything you guys picked out from the episode, though? Obviously, we didn't get Cad Bane, so I'll end that poll. Most of you guys already knew that. 59% of you guys said no. It was high hopes, and I really wanted to see it, but, cross my fingers for the back half of the season that we'll see him. It's going to be a good time. Mark Bailey says, I wonder if he takes the station for the tribe, and that's what gets him released with all the water there for them. That's an interesting thought. That definitely could be what kind of happens, and it does seem that he's kind of like bursting in there and shooting people up, right? Or like, looks like he's taking people down in there. So that's great observation by you, Mark Bailey. I definitely think that's possible. The Star Wars 1995 says, this was an alright episode. Didn't blow my mind like I expected, but still great. Yeah, I'm kind of on the same level as you. I was hoping for that big kind of reveal person, right? But I got my hopes, admittedly, I got my hopes up a little high just because it's so exciting whenever we get new Star Wars. And it has been over a year since the last live action project. So seeing as though we had the first episodes of Mandalorian season 1 and 2 as, big banger episodes. And don't get me wrong either. This was a pretty banger episode, and it gave me a lot of the vibes of that first episode of the second season of The Mandalorian as well. That's a mouthful, man. It definitely gave me Mando vibes, though, when he's taking down the Krayt Dragon, and we see that, like, four-armed dude, like, the General Grievous looking guy. Like, I didn't even know what that was. I'm so interested, to check out other YouTubers' breakdowns and see what people catch and, like, see what that character was. Like, I'm definitely going to be deep diving tomorrow, like, looking through Wikipedia, seeing what I can kind of find myself. probably going to watch this episode another freaking 20 times, man. It was really good, so I can't wait to get back. And then, man, by the time these 7 episodes are up, this is going to be one hell of a season. It's going to be one hell of a season. How many live action shows do we have this year? So 2022 is a big year. I haven't really talked about this on live stream yet, but we kind of have had somewhat of a reveal of like what to expect in terms of Star Wars, or at least stuff that they're kind of pushing out there in the media. So they kind of have obviously been promoting Andor and Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then they've also been promoting the Bad Batch. And a lot of us have been thinking the Mandalorian could be next year as well. And they didn't put out anything for the Mandalorian. It was really weird. It was almost like oh, so maybe the Mandalorian's, because it's still in shooting until March. So it was like, oh, maybe Mandalorian won't be until 2023, which is really like tragic if that's the case, because that's all. You think about it now, it's already been a year since the second season of The Mandalorian finished. And now we would have to wait an entire another year. So it'd be 2 years without a Mandalorian season at all. And then that's such a long time. Like, I was talking to my grandpa over, winter break, with Christmas and everything. And my grandpa, my grandma can't really keep up with Star Wars like that anymore. Like, she's more into the news and like football and whatever, like the stuff that she can easily keep up with. And so it's harder for her to keep up with the sci-fi stuff and all the characters and whatnot. So my grandpa kind of watches The Mandalorian without her. So we snuck him my Disney Plus, account. My grandpa watched The Mandalorian. He's blown away by Luke Skywalker in the end, and he freaking loves it. And over on Christmas Day, when I'm talking to him, he goes, so that Boba Fett thing is coming out. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm, telling my grandpa all about it. And he goes, he's like, is Grogu going to be in it? And I'm like, well, Grandpa, he might be, but I can't, I can't confirm that for you. I had to keep it straight for him. Like, there's been talks about it, some rumors, but to be honest, I don't know if it'll happen. It might not. And so he's like, well, that sucks. I really like the green guy, And so I'm like, yeah, Grandpa, I do too. And my grandpa goes, well, when do you think we'll see him if not in this? And I'm like, well, he's probably going to be in Mandalorian season 3, but that might not be until the end of 2022, if not the beginning of 2023. And honestly, I think Mandalorian season 3 could come out literally like, just like the Book of Boba, where it's coming out literally the last couple of days of 2022. And 2023 is really going to be when the Mandalorian season 3 comes out. And my grandpa's all, what if I'm not alive then? And I'm like, Grandpa, what if I'm not alive then? Like, I want to see Grogu again. So yeah, man, like, I don't know. They need to pick up the pace, because, I want to see what the heck happens to Grogu. Yeah, my grandpa loves him. Aaron Tomato says, that's dope, your grandpa's into this stuff. Yeah, he took my mom to see all the original Star Wars movies in theaters and stuff when she was a kid. So that's kind of where all of us kind of have that love for Star Wars. And even though my grandpa doesn't remember a lot of the stuff, and like I tried to explain to him, like, I don't know if he remembers who Boba Fett is. I'm like, come on, Grandpa, the dude that, puts Han Solo in carbonite. He's like, I can't remember. I'm like, Grandpa. So, Ashton says, I want a Star Wars game that'll drop on PS4 2 before new gen takes over. Yeah, good luck with that, man. I doubt that's probably going to happen now, and it really sucks. Like, maybe Jedi Fallen Order 2 will come out on both platforms, and it probably will. But, a lot of the games being developed are not within EA, and they're all probably, like, at least 2 or 3 years out. Straight up. So kind of the recent reports lately that have been going on have been talks that the newest game we just kind of found out about, Star Wars Eclipse, might not happen until 2026. And this is coming out from a lot of different people. A lot of people are talking about this. That's pretty wild, man. It sucks to see, but also, as long as the game is really, really good, who can really complain at the end of the day? But then again, like my grandpa said, what if I'm not alive then? Think about me, Star Wars. Hurry it up. No, I'm just playing. As long as they make good content, like who can really complain? Star Wars 1995 says, "Don't forget to watch the episode with subtitles and audio description for extra details." I already do, dude. Plus, trust me, like I'll go back and do it with audio description, but trust me. Hey, my grandpa is a G. He's an OG for sure. Mark Bailey says, "You read any of the War of the Bounty Hunters?" Yeah, I actually covered War of the Bounty Hunters issue number 3. So like the part 3. Like so I kind of skipped over part 1 and part 2 on my channel, but you can find part 3 on the Vader's Lair channel. And yeah, we covered that actually, and I have read some of them. I've kind of gone back. I'm starting to get into the Crimson Reign stuff. It's really interesting, and some of the leaks and stuff have been kind of talking about Kira potentially being in the Book of Boba. And based on what I've read in the Crimson Reign comics, I don't think it'll happen, but there's just so much hype around it that I'm hopeful, I'm hopeful the plot leaks are true. I don't think they will be. Yeah, dude, it's great, man. It's great. Grandpa's an OG for show. Ashen says, "I think everyone will love Boba by the end of the show." Definitely will. Definitely will. I already do. Like, I will be honest. I was not a person who started off loving Boba Fett. I always loved Daniel Logan's portrayal of the character because that was kind of the era that I grew up. And I always thought he was really cool. His armor, obviously. The Mandalorian armor. It comes from him. He's just sick, man. It's one of the coolest looks of any character ever. He's very iconic. And, yeah, man, it's so dope to see. So we probably have at least 2 live action shows this year, 3 including the Book of Boba for 2022, and a possibility of 4. But that is kind of the full answer to that question from earlier. Sweaty's from 4 to 84. Yeah, you're telling me, Don. You're telling me. Hey, Tim just put the link to War of the Bounty Hunters Part 3 in the chat. If you want to check it out, it's probably some of my best and also hysterical and yet good work. It's good work by me, to be honest. Which not all of my work is good, but that is good work. Yeah, dude, the War of the Bounty Hunter comics are actually really, really important. I think, honestly, we're going to get some ties into them. I don't know how many tie-ins we'll get into the War of the Bounty Hunters, if I'm being honest, just because not as many people read the comics, so they're not going to be know as much about it. But not as many people read books either, and we did have Cobb Vanth from the Aftermath novels show up in The Mandalorian, and I think he's honestly going to show up in Book of Boba pretty soon too. Aaron Tomato says, "Sadly, I thought Boba was overrated by the fandom for a while, but the tragedy made me believe." Dude, Aaron Tomato, that's exactly my story. And that's kind of how it was. Like, I'm like, I don't know, like, if Boba deserves the hype. Like, he's a cool character and looks cool, but, like, what has he really done on screen, right? And, like, thinking back, like, I don't know, he just didn't do that much in the original trilogy. And then all of a sudden we get that episode, The Tragedy, and he is the freaking coolest bounty hunter of all time. It is kind of funny, Tim. It is kind of funny. Yeah, the comics are really good. I'm excited to see what happens in these Crimson Reign ones. Real excited. What did I think of the bikers? Okay, I thought they were interesting. I don't know, man. Like, there was a lot of interesting stuff I gotta go back and look at in this episode because it was really, really interesting. The biggest takeaway for me is the Tuskens, because, like, obviously he's, like, going to be cultivated into them. I want to see, like, where that kind of goes, why he kind of doesn't seek out the armor. Like, obviously we kind of see why he doesn't go straight after it now. And that was one of my biggest questions coming into this episode. But I don't know, man. I think it's pretty friggin' lit. Tim says, "I didn't really have an opinion about Boba, but I agree the tragedy made me a fan, especially after having him teased back in Mandalorian Season 1. Yeah, and then teased in Mandalorian Season 2 when we saw him at the end of the first episode, right? For sure, for sure. Exactly. Make sure to smash that like button if you guys haven't already. It really helps out the channel, and I appreciate it. Jake Tandy says, if you watch the Arrival preview, I played the one getting shot by Boba. Thanks for the dude. Really? Hey, Jake Tandy, that's you, huh? Hey, that's freaking dope, dude. That is freaking dope. Definitely check out our Discord and check out the channel. Thank you for being here, Jake Tandy. Much love to you, and appreciate you, man. You said appreciate. Thanks for the live. Nah, thank you for being here, my dude. Much love. That's really interesting, man. Obviously we're not gonna pry too much on you there, but yeah, tell me more about that. Go check out the Discord and let's chat it up, Jake Tandy. That's freaking dope. What was it like getting shot by Boba? Because I mean, hell, if that's the way I go out, getting shot by Boba Fett, that's a hell of a way to go out, man. Hey, yeah, welcome in, dude. Hey, let me know in the chat because I know a couple of you guys already did. And thank you, Mark Bailey, for subscribing, and Omar as well. Much appreciated to you guys. Mark Bailey did earlier today. Thank you. How did y'all feel about the episode overall? What was your favorite parts? I know I asked earlier too. Nah, VIP in the building. Jake Tandy walking in. He shook every stunt guy. And one of the coolest actors I worked with. Dude, I bet working with Tamora is freaking dope. The guy seems like a lot of fun to work with from what we've seen in the Mandalorian kind of like backstage footage and whatnot. Like the way he kind of like tries to liven up the crew and like plays music, kind of like Robert Rodriguez did with Baby Yoda and all that stuff. Like I bet he's just a blast to work with. Like he really likes. I know Fennec talked about how, Ming-Na Wen talked about how there's a couple times where Tamora kind of told her like, hey, like, come on now, we got to get to work here kind of thing. So I know he's all business when it comes down to it, but I bet he's a lot of fun to work with. Yeah, Tamora seems like a really great dude. Let's bring the music back. Why we got it so quiet in here? Let's get the music back. He basically choreographed the entire fight in that episode. Dude, that's sick. I'm really curious. So one thing I did, I obviously I noticed his fighting, and I know like Robert Rodriguez kind of had that whole choreographed thing way back when for the Mandalorian tragedy episode. But there was one part in this episode where I was distinctly looking at Fennec fighting, and I was like, that's freaking dope. The way Fennec kind of took down those two dudes while she was chasing them on the roof, that scene in particular to me, I thought that was choreographed beautifully. And that's dope that he choreographed his own fight, because I know he did the whole gaffy stick thing too. I'm so excited to get the behind the scenes footage for this, because Tamora behind the scenes, like you got to work with him, but like wow, that would be incredible. Austin Kennedy says 9 out of 10. I almost feel though it's unfair to review it by each episode. I think once we see it as a whole is when we can fairly review it. No, you're right, dude, and that is going to be the case. So like reviewing it off this episode, we don't have the full context. So like obviously it's hard to give reviews for one episode, and like even though like even on Rotten Tomatoes you can do that, like really people will look at the whole season as a whole and what the kind of tomato score is for that if you go by there. But I don't know. Jake Tandy says, I don't know about this one, but that bar scene in the Arrival preview. Okay, for sure. Okay, that's what you were talking about. That's sick. I'm excited for that. Whichever episode it's probably going to be. And I do think it'll probably be within the next episode or two. So I'm excited for it. I know you're going to be real excited for it, Jake Tandy. And I can't wait to see you get shot, dude. I can't wait to see that. Don Clouderman says, Now I don't believe the rumor that Boba killed Luke's aunt and uncle. I think that it was troopers or the bikers. Nah, it definitely probably was Don, and I think it honestly was like the flame troopers that we kind of see flaming Grogu. Like, I know that's like at least 9 years after, or like, yeah, that'd be like 9 years after, but you gotta believe there'd be some flame troopers on Tatooine back then too, and that's probably who killed Aunt May, or Aunt May. That's probably who killed Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen. My bad, that was funny. Ashton says, I'll give Boba the benefit of the doubt for getting his butt beat, because he was already down bad. Dude, he was hella down bad. And I do think we're gonna see him, like, as he gets healthier and everything throughout the show. Like, obviously we already see him fighting like a badass, but I think as he goes, like, heck yeah. Let's go, says Jake Tandy. Heck yeah, man, dude. Heck yeah. I can only imagine how hyped you are, Jake Tandy, because my hype is through the roof. We hyped up over at Vader's Lair, baby. Ashhammer says, oh yeah. Tim says maybe it was the girl with the metal arm from the trailer. Which one? Are you talking about Tim, when you say that, are you talking about the Tusken Raider girl or the Tusken Raider child? Because I don't think so, but maybe. Jake Tandy says, I'm out, but I'll be back. Keep it up. Hey, Jake Tandy, much appreciated. Thank you for being here. Can't wait to see you get shot, bro, and much love. Have a great rest of your night. Lil Machine says, they nerfed Boba a bit, but I liked it overall. 7 out of 10. Wish they would have showed the Sarlacc escape more. Dude, alright, bet. That's the very interesting take there. I'm glad you kind of brought that up, and great take by you as well, because 7 out of 10 was exactly the score I gave it, Little Machine. And they did kind of nerf him a little bit, but at the same time, again, you got to think about, like, this is a very bad string of luck that Boba said. Like, he just had his jetpack malfunction because of Han. Like I said, he fell into a Sarlacc and probably had the acid affect his body in some sort of way, as we see him with the scarring everywhere. So it's just like, he's definitely beaten up and like bruised. Like, if you put a running back injured into a game for football, you can't expect him to go out there and rush for 100 yards, you know, or like, you know, have a great game. But if he's healthy, you know, he's gonna be that same great running back that he is. You know what I'm saying? Kind of just sports reference there, but the one that kicked Boba's butt. Oh yeah, dude, it could be, but I don't think it is. We'll probably see her in the next, probably episode 3 is when we'll see the girl. That's my guess. Alright, we've been going about an hour and a half, so we're going to go a little bit more. So if any other last questions you guys want to let me know down in the chat. Make sure to smash the like button. Thank you guys for being here. Much love if you're watching on the replay and you made it this far, or you just wanted to hear, you know, the review after show of what we kind of thought about it. Thank you for coming by. Make sure you're subscribed if you aren't already. Much love to y'all. Ashton says, I don't think the Tuskens are humans though. Yeah, I don't really think so either. I know they kind of wear the masks to like protect themselves. Like, honestly, the Tuskens are very similar to the Fremen from Dune, if you've seen the Dune movies or read the books. So like, I think the masks are probably just to protect them from the harsh environment, especially because they're more out in the sand than, you know, anyone else on Tatooine is. And those twin sons, man, like, look what they did to Obi-Wan. So, you know, if Obi-Wan had one of those Tusken masks, he might not look as old as he does in episode 4. Tim says Boba was kind of disguised as one. No, it looked more like he had been, like, you know, inducted into their culture. He had the black robe, the gaffy stick, their kind of, you know, gear and stuff. So it looked more like he was like welcomed in or adopted into the culture. Tim says girl looks cool. I want to know what's up with her. Yeah, dude, as soon as I saw her in the trailers, I was like, I need to know what's up with this chick. So I'm in the same kind of thought as you with that. Little Machine says, yeah, I agree with Boba being injured, but I feel like he should be more tactically aware. And why not jetpack to go out of the circle? Didn't even think about that, but you're right. You are right, Lil Machine. And maybe he was trying to protect Fennec, but like, come on, dude. Fennec can hold her own. Like, you're right. He should have jetpacked out of there. Hey, but at least on Star Wars, if you guys know who Star Wars Santa is, he's a great dude. Star Wars Santa does these little prediction sheets where you kind of predict what's going to happen. And on one of them, it was like, Boba uses his jetpack. And I voted no. So, heck yeah. So glad he didn't use it. But you're right. He should have used it when he was trapped in the circle. Plot hole. Plot hole indeed. Wax Wars says, worst crap I've seen. Makes Last Jedi seem good. Oh. Wow. Okay. Wax Wars, what did you hate about it so much? Because I don't know about all that, man. That's whoo. Hey, interesting take though. I'm glad to see people's takes in here, regardless of how it is. Like, I'm very interested. Let me know how you feel. Let me know how you feel in the chat. Tim says somebody really didn't like this one. No. Ashton says Uncle Owen went from 21 to 68 in 17 years somehow. Yeah, I mean, look what Obi-Wan did too. Lil Machan says he might have done it on purpose to lure out potential rivals. You think so? Interesting thought, Lil Machine. That definitely could be the case. Tim says, but everyone can have their opinion. Yeah, of course. Of course everyone can have their opinion. Mark Bailey said maybe his jetpack is not all the way back. Huh. Interesting thought. We haven't really seen it be used yet, have we? Did we see him use it in The Mandalorian much? Because maybe there's something... Maybe it doesn't work anymore after what Han Solo did. Interesting thought there. Because, you know, ever since Han Solo... I don't know if we ever saw him really blast off with his jetpack in The Mandalorian. So maybe his jetpack... Maybe Boba Fett's jetpack doesn't really fly anymore. Maybe it doesn't work. Wax Wars says the beast he wrestled was that Xena warrior princess quality. Mark Bailey says maybe only the missile. Yeah, that's what I think too. Maybe it's just the missile that works on the jetpack. That was Xena warrior princess quality. Yeah, I don't know what kind of creature that was, if I'm being honest. I really gotta watch back the episode, but definitely appreciate the input, Wax Wars. I don't know. That was definitely... Oh man, Mark Bailey says works. Only thing he used, I thought. Yeah, it does look like the missile's the only thing that works. We see it used multiple times in The Mandalorian and now in this, but we don't really... Actually, I don't think we saw him use that missile. It was his, like, arm launcher. So we have no indication that the jetpack really works anymore. Wax Wars says, did anyone see Star Wars Visions Episode 1? Why can't they make something that awesome live action? Man, dude, that first episode of Visions was freaking wild, and it was fantastic. And I get what you're saying in a way. It's very different though. Like I feel like if someone got a fresh taste at like telling their own Star Wars kind of story, they could do something just as good as that first episode of Visions. But like when you're kind of set within boundaries of a character, and like, you know, we kind of have expectations of what we want to see within that character, you're kind of limited to what you can tell. And while this was only one of 7 episodes, I agree with the opinion that it does feel like we need to get more in these next 6. Like this was a great start. It was a freaking good episode in my opinion. In my personal opinion, I thought it was a 7 out of 10. So not the greatest episode ever, but it was good. And so I think definitely I agree with the opinion that they need to ramp it up. And we don't, like, if it's 7s all throughout the season, that's not going to be good, man. Like, it's not going to be what Star Wars needs right now, if you get what I'm saying. I think we need at least 9s or 10s for most of these episodes. 8s are definitely acceptable, but if this is the worst episode, which it should be, that's gonna be okay. And this wasn't even that bad of an episode, in my opinion. That is right. Cobb did do it. Cobb Vanth used the jetpack, so it does work then. Obviously, he used the rocket, but did he use the jetpack? Like, did he fly off? Because I don't remember if he did. Yeah, Wax Wars. We did watch. We did like a watch party for Visions back in the day too. It was freaking awesome. I loved Visions. The lighting was weird too. Praying it gets better. I will say, Wax Wars, the lighting in the scene where it was like night with the Tusken dogs. I can't remember what they're called right now, but when he was in the Tusken camp at night, it did seem a little bit off with the lighting, and maybe that's just because of the volume and everything, but it did seem a little bit weird when it was the darker parts, right? Tim says, I feel like the Ahsoka episode in Mando is the closest thing we have to live action episode of Visions. Yeah, you're definitely right there, Tim. I definitely agree, and that's the kind of stuff we need. Like, in terms of like, the person that put that out there, like, there you go. That's your Visions episode. Wax Wars. When they fought the dragon. Oh, wait. Wax Wars said seemed way more low budget than The Mandalorian. Interesting point there, as it might have. It like kind of maybe does, and maybe that's because they like put money other places, but I don't know, man. There's points in The Mandalorian that kind of seem similar to this, but I definitely get what you're saying, and especially after seeing the improvements between Mandalorian Season 1 and Season 2, it does seem like maybe this was a step back in production, but like, there were also some scenes that were gorgeous. And I don't know about you, but I think like the Sarlacc scene in general, I thought it was very, very visually pleasing. The Ahsoka episode is lit. Levi Bond said, hey y'all, it was alright, feeling like a 7.5 out of 10. Hey Levi, I said 7 out of 10, so I feel you. Definitely what I'm getting with. J-Man Lucky 6 Shooter says, I agree, 7.5 out of 10. Mark Bailey said, I mean, we have to think it is still just a TV show. At the end of the day, yeah. Unfortunately, it is. Emergency Services Tributes says, so it may seem like that, but in fact it brings out more of a human element. The filming and the way the episodes are done felt more in touch rather than watching a screen me watching a screen. I definitely agree with that aspect as well. Emergency service tributes, I don't know, man, like I definitely got sucked into this episode a lot of the time, and it was very enjoyable for me, just, sitting back and watching Boba go through this, seeing him, with the spice, back to dreams, whatever you want to call him. And I don't know, man, it's a good time. It was a really good time, and I personally love the way they filmed this. I don't think the lighting was too big of an issue. It didn't really pull me out of the episode. I don't think the lighting or like filming or the production quality at all factors in really for the 7 out of 10 for me. I think maybe the 7 out of 10 for my opinion was just having really big expectations for what the series can be, and while it didn't hit on a big cameo or whatever in this first episode, which at the end of the day doesn't need that, I really friggin' loved the part with the Sarlacc. I really think that we could have got more in this episode. Like, in terms of a 40-minute runtime, I'm glad it was at least 39 minutes or 38 minutes or however long. Like, obviously that's with credits and with the intro and everything, but I'm glad it was at least that long. But I think if this episode was 60 minutes and we got a little bit more after that second little dream where he's in the bacta tank and he comes back out in this first episode, I think that would have done this first episode a little bit more justice, gave us a little bit more context. And that would maybe be my only change. But hey, I don't even know where the show is going yet. It's unfair of me to judge it at this point. Wax Wars says, Boba Fett was kicking everybody's butt in Mandalorian. Then in this episode, he needs help from the Gamorrean guards to the bacta tank. Yeah, that is an interesting point, and I don't know what's up with that. Like, obviously he's been chilling in the back of the tank a lot lately, and that's why he looks a lot better than he did in the Mandalorian. So like I said before, maybe he's addicted to the Bacta, and he got a little bit of a scratch, and he's like, take me back, I want to go in. Because there is some like addictive qualities to Bacta, like it heals you, it makes you feel good, soaking up in there. Go back real quick. What's up, Ronnie? I'm glad you're here. Levi Bond said it was definitely good, but it's like the second episode of The Mandalorian season 2. It's necessary for the plot, but I probably won't revisit it much. I don't know, man. I might disagree with that just because I think I'll revisit him getting out of the Sarlacc quite a bit personally. I really enjoyed that part, and I agree with the rest of the sentiment though. The rest of the episode seems kind of like it might be forgettable in the future, Yeah, Boba is still human after all. Emergency Service Tribute says, frankly, I'm just glad we have a franchise focusing on characters that aren't generally seen as main people so far. So far it's been about Boba rather than a million other things. I really like that. Me too, Emergency Services. I remember, watching, while we were watching the episode, I'm thinking in my head while he's like in the sand on the in the desert, like I really love how much of this they're kind of fleshing out, and like the aspects of like what he had to go through. Like I've already talked about it 5 times on this stream, like the fact that he is going through all this bad luck right now. It's so relatable to me. Heck, it's relatable to a bunch of other characters kind of relevant right now as well. Like it's very relatable, like human to the character. It makes Boba feel like human, while he is this great character that can do incredible things, take down 2 ships with 1 blast, and has this huge legacy. Like at the end of the day, he's a human. Mistakes happen, things happen, bad luck is a real thing. Like I hate to break it to you, things suck sometimes for everybody. It's not just your favorite characters aren't always going to be dominating every second of the day and every second of the story. They have to go through trials and tribulations to get to the points where we see them defeating the Emperor, or bringing their father back to the light side, kind of thing. And I definitely think by the end of this, like Boba's definitely going to come out a better and stronger character. And if this series is for anything, it is to develop Boba's character more, which we desperately need, man. I'm so excited to see it, and I'm definitely excited, how Boba-centric this show is. Wax Wars says, I'm still mad at Robert Rodriguez for obliterating the near Razor Crest. The Razor Crest should have gone out in a blaze of glory. Yeah, I've told this story in the past on my channel, but my car is a silver G35, and I actually put a Grogu Funko Pop just like this one on the dash. And so my license plate even says I love Grogu. And I called my car, I literally named my car the Razor Crest, and a week later Robert Rodriguez had to blow it up in his episode. So like it's just funny because I've had car issues in the past, and then I named my car the Razor Crest, and then in the show the Razor Crest blows up. Bad omen if I've ever heard one for my car. Tim says, I don't think it didn't feel like 40 minutes, but in a good way. I liked the pacing. Yeah, the pacing wasn't bad. The pacing wasn't bad at all, and I did enjoy the 40 minutes of it, and it did feel a little bit quicker than 40 minutes, and that's it. That, in reality, that is because it's more like a 35-minute episode with like 5 minutes of intro and credits. But definitely, like it felt good, man. It felt good. It's good to have Star Wars back at the end of the day. Ronnie Jimenez said, did y'all see Max Rebo in this episode? I did not. You gotta send me that on Discord, because I need to look. Like I said before, like I gotta go back and watch this episode and dig deep. Emergency Services Tribute says, I think we forgot that Boba isn't some superhuman, force-wielding Jedi. He's a clone after all. Yeah, he's a clone bounty hunter, man. Bounty hunters just got to do whatever they can to, take in the person. Like, look at Din, man. Din fails all the time. Even though, like, he always, wins at the end of the day. The dude is, like, gets obliterated repeatedly. He loses his ship, like... Yeah, an Emergency Services Tribute, big shout out to you, because you're definitely spitting some facts. You said, as much as I love The Mandalorian, there's a part inside of me that hopes the series keeps on track and doesn't start going all over the show. Yeah, dude, I think it'll definitely stay true to the Boba character and true to this story that it's trying to tell, and I think by the end of it, we'll kind of get that tie-in to the greater Star Wars universe and the Mando universe, but I agree with you. I'm hoping for a while we kind of get to stay more focused on Boba, and at least halfway I do want to start expanding a little bit more and getting a little crazy, or at least seeing some fun characters. But I don't know, man. I definitely agree that it's good to be so focused on Boba and the story that we're telling here. Tim says, just love spending time in the universe. They captured the vibe perfectly. Yeah, they did. Ronnie Jimenez says, I sent a pic of Max Rebo on Discord. Bet. I'll check it out right now. Thank you. Mark Bailey says, yeah, I agree. I hope we stay on Tatooine with this mayor versus him. I do for at least the first 3 episodes. Like, I hope episode 2 we kind of get that, and by episode 3 we kind of see the girl at that point, I'm hoping, and then, we kind of kick it up from there, and that's when I'm hoping we kind of go all over the place. But even then, like, I do kind of want it to stay more focused on what we're telling here. We don't need to, like, we're going to Mandalore, like, right now kind of thing. Like, you could save that for the Mandalorian and, the other Mandalorian shows. Excuse me. All right, I'm checking it out. Take it you sent it in the lair, maybe. Boom, Book of Boba. Thank you for sending it there. Oh, dude, I didn't even notice. That's so cool, and I definitely know Max Rebo now that you sent the picture. Big shout out to you, Ronnie, for showing me that. That's freaking dope. I loved it. I love it. Mark Bailey says, yeah, I agree. I hope we just stay on Tatooine with the mayor versus him. That's freaking awesome, Ronnie. Thank you for sending me that. All right, we're going to get out of here in a minute. Any last thoughts? Let me know. I've been having a great time with you guys. I had a great time with this episode. Can't wait for next week to get into episode 2. We got a few things going on in the channel. We're going to probably be doing some more content this week, talking about the Book of Boba, what we can probably expect for next week, and a few other things. And then I'm finishing up part 2 of the complete canon story of Boba. So if you guys want to see that, part 1 is already up on the channel. I haven't talked about this yet, but I freaking loved the beginning of his dream when we kind of get the flashbacks to his father's death on Geonosis. We see Camino, man. We get to see Camino again in live action. How freaking cool was that little bit? I honestly, I totally forgot about that until now, but that was an awesome beginning to this episode. And I'm freaking happy we saw it. I hope we get to see more flashbacks of Camino. And like I said, more flashbacks to further back. If we get to see Jango Fett in flashbacks, how freaking cool would that be? And it would make a lot of sense, as Tamora is Jango Fett as well. What's up, Stormy? Hey, I'm glad you're here. It was a good episode. It was. Star Wars 1995 says, can't wait for next week. This episode was like an appetizer for the real. Yeah, dude. It definitely was an appetizer, and I think it's setting up the rest of it to be freaking lit. Wax Wars earlier said that it was super cheesy, all the dialogue. Boba Fett should be chasing fools down, not the Fennec chick. That's just what didn't make sense. No, but Fennec really does hold her own. I don't know if Wax Wars, I don't know if you saw the Bad Batch, but she definitely is able to hold her own against Cad Bane in that, and she is quite the formidable foe. She's good. I get what you're saying, though. Boba should be fighting him, but he did kind of get injured. And, I don't know, man. I get what you're saying. Ronnie Jimenez says, I wonder how much it would hurt Disney to show 3 seconds of prequel footage. It probably hurt them a lot. They were like, oh God, I can't believe Robert Rodriguez did this. It was good though. It was a freaking great 3 seconds for me, man. Best 3 seconds of this episode other than him getting out of the Sarlacc. 10 out of 10 says Jedi Mike. Hey, I'm freaking hyped that you loved it, Jedi Mike. Good, that's good stuff there. Ronnie Jimenez says, no, yeah, I saw that. Stormy, the fact that we see him escape the Sarlacc is awesome. Yeah, Stormy, it was freaking epic. It was great. Visually, I thought it was beautiful. Wax Force said, would have made sense to defat or de-age the Boba Fett coming out of the Sarlacc pit to match Jedi. Yeah, I agree. I do think, you know, Tamura did slim down a bit. He looks pretty good in the suit. But yeah, it is a little bit off or a little bit different, and maybe the armor just hides it better in Jedi or whatever. But of course, like, they're not going to be able to get every detail when Tamura Morrison is playing him, but I get what you're saying, man. They definitely could have done something. Jedi Mike says, I wonder if the Red Gang fighting in the streets is the same tag the building with the rating at that home. That is a great question. I think that is definitely possible, Jedi Mike. I'm glad you brought that up. Stormy says, who are the people who were plundering that house? The paint logo on the house. Anyone can fill me in. Yeah, I think Jedi Mike has a pretty good idea there. It could be the same kind of group. I think, honestly, that group might work for the mayor, though. So maybe it's a different group, and maybe those were like the Red Key Raiders or something. But they were bad business, I'll tell you that much. Definitely bad business. Hyped! You already know. Hey, Ashton, I don't know if you're still here, but did you ever find out if we see Cobb Vanth fly with the jetpack? Because I think we might have, and I just don't really remember. We're going to go another couple minutes. I know I keep saying that, but again, any last thoughts, any last things before we get out of here? Definitely going to try and finish that part 2 of the Book of Boba Fett, or the Boba Fett full canon story. So again, go check out part 1. Smash the like on this video if you didn't already. It helps the channel out a lot, and it's greatly appreciated. Subscribe if you're new as well. Hey, Jake Tandy earlier, thank you for subscribing. Mark Bailey, again, much love for subscribing. That's so dope that Jake Tandy was in here, and yeah, like, that is really freaking cool, man. For those of you guys that were in here for that was a dope little moment there. I didn't expect anything like that tonight. That was kind of cool. Ronnie Jimenez says, I thought we were gonna see Tashi Station when those people were attacking that one house. Yeah, I did too. As soon as we saw Boba in like the white garment, I was like, oh, we're gonna see it, but it's probably gonna be next episode. So next week we get to see Tashi Station. It's gonna be lit. Jedi Mike says, yes, Cobb Vanth flew. I actually got that t-shirt. Can't wait to pick up a Vader's Lair t-shirt. Hey, much love to you, Jedi Mike. Yeah, we have some new merch if you guys are interested. It's in the description below. A couple of people have already bought it, and we've gotten some pretty good reviews, or you know, some pretty good feedback on it. So if you guys are interested, go check out the Vader's Lair merch in the chat. Emergency Services Tribute says, whoever attacked Boba had to be a part of Crimson Dawn or some other sort of criminal organization. Or yes, I guess it could be the mayor. But like, you know, yeah, Emergency Services Tribute, I definitely agree with you. It'd be way more interesting if they weren't associated with the mayor. But, you know, the mayor at the end of the episode, very interesting point there, because it makes me speculate for next week's episode. I think the mayor, you know, he's going to presume it was the mayor because the dude kind of walked in there and was like, oh, you should be paying the mayor, and the mayor might think differently, kind of thing. And so he left, and all of a sudden these people attack him. What if they weren't sent by the mayor? What if, you know, he brings in the one that they captured to the mayor, and he's like, what the heck, dude? And he's like, who the heck are you? Like, I've heard you sit on the throne of your former employer. Like, what the heck? And Boba's gonna be like, why'd you send this dude after me? And the Ithorian guy might just be like, I didn't do that, and if someone else might have, which could be freaking dope. That's kind of what I'm hoping we get next week. Let's go! What's up, all new nerds? Big shout out to y'all. If you guys don't already subscribe to All New Nerds, go check out their channel. Big friends of Vader's Lair. Much love to y'all. I hope you guys had a good time tonight with that first episode. I know we saw Levi Bond in here, and I got his take. But let me know what the rest of y'all, All New Nerds, thought of this episode. Jedi Mike said, Vader's Lair Discord is the real deal. Star Wars hype. Hell yeah, dude. Of course it's the real deal. Emergency Services Tributes says it would be obvious to be the mayor, surely. Yeah, it would be obvious to be the mayor, and I feel like maybe that is a red herring kind of thing. You might be right. All New Nerds says appreciate it, loved it. Reaction coming out soon. Bro, we went crazy during Camino. That was freaking wild, man. Like, I can't believe I didn't even talk about that right away, because that little scene, the fact that we get, another little look at a young Daniel Logan looking kid, that was freaking dope, man. That was awesome. I do hope we see more of it too. If we get some more Camino flashbacks and him talking with some of the Kaminoans and stuff, that would be a trip. Wax Wars says, I think I'm bitter because I was watching Expanse, then watched Boba. So going from the best show on TV to Boba was rough. I haven't seen Expanse, but now that you say that, I gotta check it out. But dude, it's rough when you go from something like, I saw Spider-Man No Way Home recently, and that movie was freaking amazing. And yeah, compared to Spider-Man No Way Home, this ain't nothing. So I mean, like, if Book of Boba is gonna have that level of hype, the back half of the season needs to have a lot of freaking crazy stuff, and it's not hitting the same way that did. I'll tell you that much. Emergency Services Tribute says, I'm a simple man making his way through the galaxy like my father before me. Oh yeah, aren't we all, man? Aren't we all? That's some facts though. Yo, what up, Dan the man? How you doing, my dude? How's it going? Jedi Mike says, Sheep, that one cool dreaded sand person was so High Republic. Dude, it did actually seem super High Republic now that you say that. I'd be interested if we maybe seen a character like that, or a creature like that in the High Republic. I'm interesting point there. Interesting point. Yo, yeah, go check out All New Nerds. Tim just put a link to their channel over there, so go check them out. I don't know, man. Overall, I freaking loved this first episode. I loved the setup that we got. Next week, I'm sure it's going to be a banger. We're probably going to see Tashi Station. We're definitely going to see that mare. I'm really interested now to see how much of this season is going to be flashbacks, and if we get any further back, and if that is kind of a key portion of this, like he's having these flashbacks and dreams that kind of give us more to his story. And we kind of get half of this season being flashbacks, half of the season being what's going on with the crime lords and him kind of taking over Tatooine. And then by the end of the season, we might get a really big setup to either Mandalorian season 3 or season 2 of the Book of Boba Fett even. So super hyped, man. Great first episode overall, to be honest. 7 out of 10 is what I'm going to give it. Definitely hyped, hoping the rest of the season hits a little harder, gives us a little more oomph. Excited to see more Kamino and flashbacks, stuff with the Tuskens, stuff with just younger Boba. I can't wait to see how they flesh out his character in the rest of this. I hope you guys had a great time. Thank you for coming by the watch party, and much love. Before we get out of here, I want to check out a few more of the comments, and then we'll get out of here. We've been going for 2 hours. All New Nerds said we still gotta see the Tashi Station stuff. Yeah, that's definitely probably coming next week. Give us longer episodes, though. Facts, man. 40 minutes was a solid length for the first one, but you gotta give us 45 to 60, please. Extra 5 minutes. Like, that's a big difference, man. Peace, bros. Yeah, peace. I do think Din shows up. Yeah, I think Din will, but not yet. Milan Visan, what's up? Hi, how are you? I probably totally destroyed your last name. So I'm so sorry, Milan. But thank you for being here. Much appreciated to you. Wax Wars says maybe we see Slave 1 only on Camino in first episode. Good point, because I totally forgot we saw Slave 1 on Camino too. We probably will see it next episode as well. Definitely by episode 3 I think we'll see it, and that's probably when we'll kind of go off world at some point. What else are we talking about? The episode was nice, dude. Trust me, bro. It definitely was. No less than 2 hours per episode, please. Yeah, if there's only 6 episodes left, we gotta get 2 hours per episode. So they, we get a full 12 hours of the Book of Boba Fett. Nah, if they're like 45 minutes to an hour, that's a good length, man. If we do get a 2 hour episode, Sheev's gonna lose his freaking mind. Dude, trust me, bro, said only thing we could have done extra 5 or hour episode. Mando was longer, man. Was it? Dude, it probably was. It's already 4:32 a.m. here. See you guys. Hey, Mark Bailey, I'm about to get out of here too. I hope you guys had a great night. Tune in next week for the Book of Boba Fett. We're going to be doing episode 2 watch party, episode 2 reaction next week. So come on by for that for sure if you guys are here. Definitely check out the rest of the stuff on the channel. We did some previews, some other stuff leading to the Book of Boba. So if you want to know any of the other stuff that could potentially be in the show, go check out some of our latest videos. Subscribe to the channel. Like this live stream if you enjoyed it. And thank you for being here again. Much love, much appreciated. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Get some sleep, get to work in the morning if you got work. And just have a good one, man. Enjoy the Book of Boba. Peace. Yo. Okay, real quick stinger. We are still doing giveaways through the Discord, so if you guys want a chance of winning some, free stuff, we're potentially going to do some free merch giveaways in the future. We're still doing a giveaway at 500 subscribers, which is right around the corner at this point, where we're going to be giving away all 5 members of the Bad Batch and their Funko Pops. And then we might even give away some Book of Boba Funkos as well. So if you guys are interested, join the Vader's Lair Discord. It's in the description below. It's in the chat. It is pinned to the chat. So if you guys are interested in that, interested in winning some free stuff, go join the Vader's Lair Discord. Have a great rest of your night. And Book of Boba Fett, hype! Peace!